What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
What's up? It's your guy, Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Look, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Welcome. We appreciate you guys for always tuning in, always supporting us. This is the best part of the day for me when I come here and get a chance to sit down and talk to you guys and hang out. We're going to have a good show today, okay? Today is the Relationship Roundtable again. We're going to answer some questions if we can. We're going to ask some questions if they make sense, but it's all about relationships today right here on the show, all right? Let's start off by bringing some of the guys on, okay? What's going on, Zell?
What's going on, G? What's happening, Dope Living TV?
I'm chilling, bro.
How you feeling today?
I'm great, man. Great.
Good to see you, brother.
Yes, sir. You as well, my brother. Marcelo.
Hey, how's everyone doing today?
Marcy. Hello.
Good to see you again, Zell. Hey,
Good
Greg, what's up?
What's going on? Tired, man. Getting ready to make this trip. The Distinguished Authors Guild is here. It's upon us. Gina's already down in Las Vegas, so shout out to Gina Gaston for putting it together.
Hello, Gina. We miss you.
Making it happen. We're there. We'll be there. And then Thursday is the virtual show. So those of you that didn't get a chance to make that trip, you can watch it on YouTube, I think it is. So it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a good time. This is actually my first time going to Vegas ever.
Oh, really?
Really? Come on, let's rehearse that.
Okay. All right. Look, the last time I went to Vegas, Fat Elvis was performing at the Flamingo. I mean, really, they called him Fat Elvis. So when you get there, see if Fat Elvis is still performing at the Flamingo for me.
I'm gonna see. All right. Shout out to Usher. He down in Vegas. Okay.
He is. Yeah. He got a residency.
If I come back with some pictures with me and Usher chilling, don't say nothing, y'all. Don't get jealous. Jealous. What up, Jeff?
What did do, my people? How
Jeff,
are you?
what's going on, brother? Oh, you ready for Black Panther? I see.
Wakanda forever. Wakanda
Oh, you
forever.
ready for Black Panther? I see.
How
you,
are my
brother.
people today?
Let's go. He ain't even got it right.
I don't, but I do.
That's what's up, really? All right. Yes, really. I'll be on our way. Man, we're gonna have a great show today, okay? These are the shows where we can relax a little bit, just let our hair down. Well, Marcy can let her hair down. And
I ain't got no hair to let down.
I'm just saying, dude,
I got stubble.
Nah, you got something, it works.
I got a lining.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Clippers didn't slip. All right. We got it. I'm telling you, man, look, I used to do the daddy haircuts for my son and his friends used to come around, right? So there was one time where I don't know what happened. Don't buy wall clippers, all right? No, I'm not gonna say that because wall
I got me some walls, they cut close.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Get what you
I was a barber. I wasn't a fan of wall either.
See,
just as a professional barber, I wasn't a fan.
Well, I'm an amateur, so it don't count.
But you know what? I think they do have some professional grade clippers. So maybe you got a commercial grade, and maybe you didn't get the professional grade.
Let me tell you what I did though. So I always cut my son's hair. I try to be precise with it, and it was cool. All right, back when he was, cutting his hair like that. They all called it the dad haircut. Okay, I was the father. I was the father of all his friends, right? So one of the guys came through. Uncle Greg, can you come in here? I'm like, your line kind of funny there, dude. I don't know if I could do that, right? So he said, nah, come on, you all right, we can do it. All right, so I'm cutting his hair, I'm lining everything up, it's looking good, okay? Why did I accidentally slip and cut his eyebrow?
That's the stuff you hear about in the movie, bro.
Cut his eyebrow.
You was trying to do like Big Daddy Kane, 3 cuts in the eyebrows, trying to wild out.
Like,
I cut that eyebrow.
Was it one? It was one of them when it was zoop. Was it one of them?
No, I was cutting because, like I said, he had the line. You know how you get that Albie Short joint, just close here.
Oh.
And I'm cutting it and trying to do it. And I get there, and all of a sudden, I don't know, somebody called me or whatever. And I went like that. And Ella said, and it became a fad. Okay. Yes, I started off the eyebrows but he was like, "Ooh, Uncle Greg, tell me you didn't do that." And I'm like, "Yeah, nephew, I did."
Yeah,
I'm most certain.
That sound like Boys in the Hood.
And
he was like furious.
He was cool though. He said, "It's all right, Uncle Greg, to go back."
So what did his mom say?
Huh?
What did his mom say?
Y'all gotta understand, I was that dad, okay? So they had moms, No, I don't know what she said.
Interesting.
All three of us.
So I'm cool. Dale didn't zip his head, all right? He didn't dip his head, so I didn't say anything.
I dipped mine.
Hey, Angie, how you doing? Fantastic woman. What's up, Ella? Brenda, what's going on? But
hello.
Let's get this started, okay? I wanted to ask, what's the without being looked at and talked about funny, what's the age a long time ago I said May December, right? But what's the age, a good age for an older man for a younger woman, and a older woman for a younger man? What's a good age without them being talked about?
I would say a 10-year difference. Cutoff is at 10.
That too.
Cutoff is at 10.
Yeah, why? I was thinking about 10-year difference.
Why?
Because when it's a 20-year difference, it's like that's a big gap, man. It's like 15 and 20 years is like 30 years is like, what we doing? You dating grandpa, grandma? Like that's
so you would talk bad about that one then?
I mean, I wouldn't say nothing because to each his own. I would just I would look a little bit like I'm gonna mind my business.
Let me give my input.
I just says no more than 10. Go
no
ahead,
more than 10. I think 10 is fair.
I think 10 is fair, but I would say once you probably get into your 30s, because in your 20s, a lot of people are still very immature.
So no 20 to 30, no 20 and 30-year-old together.
I would say no, because 20 you just pulled up out of your teen years. 19, teenager. So that's why I would say maybe in your 30. Yeah, you don't look at it like that. That's still a teenager.
Maybe 25 and older. If you're 25 and older,
I'll even take 20, possibly 25 and older.
25 and older. Yeah,
I like that.
Here's my look at this. Okay,
don't do it.
No. Women mature more faster than men. Okay, they mature better than men. They're more complete than a man is. All right. So if that man sees this woman that's 20 years younger than him or whatever, okay, she's got a maturity level that's equal to him already. Okay, that's why he's attracted to her. All right. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't really see anything wrong with it. Love is love. Okay. Period. You love who you want to love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you find love at any age, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It does look awkward if you like 70 and you got a 30-year-old girlfriend. You like Hugh Hefner.
That one wouldn't work. That for me.
Yeah, Hugh Hefner's situation was a little awkward for me to watch.
Yeah.
Did you watch the thing on Lifetime about him?
Hell no.
No.
I watched it. It was quite interesting.
What was it? A whole synopsis of leather bags? I mean, what?
It was a whole something.
Because he was.
Oh, you said whole. I'm sorry, not whole. I'm sorry.
Oh, the life coach.
There was a lot going on, man. I'm being real. It was a lot on that Playboy special, yo.
Yeah,
y'all gotta watch it.
I think love is love, but like Zell said, 70-30, 70-20, stuff like that.
Yeah, Too
Yeah,
much.
it looks awkward.
To you, Greg, even though you're saying how women mature faster than men, still a lot of you're saying they're looking at the maturity in a younger woman. I'm not thinking they're looking for maturity.
Probably not.
Look for that bounce.
They're not there. Yeah.
Roll bounce.
You know what?
What was the
where's my sister?
Wait, what was the blonde name? The blonde bombshell that married that old man in the wheelchair that was like half dead.
Dorothy.
Anna Nicole.
No,
Anna Nicole.
Yep, Anna Nicole Smith.
It seems opportunistic when somebody really young is dating somebody really old.
There you go.
That man had money.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be their caretaker because you know they're going to be leaving soon.
Right. Absolutely. You ready for them to check out?
And especially if you get into the relationship and you're starting to make sure those insurance policies and the real estate and everything is in your name. And actually, that can go both ways. Because
you want to see,
yeah.
You want to know why I'd be scared of that? I'd be scared of that because if I'm the old man in the wheelchair, what if I see her purposely missing out on some meals that day? She's sabotaging my death. She trying to kill me right in front of me, and I can't do nothing about it.
But see, look at it like Nancy just said.
You're right.
Look at it the other way, though. Okay, what about a woman who's 60 years old, messing with that 20, 25, 30-year-old? Is that cool?
No. Well, like a lot of the women teachers lately. You're saying that the teachers are female teachers are being arrested for having relations with their students.
Well, them teachers though, they still in high school though. You know why that's going on. The kids are.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I don't know
They're
about
minors.
that. Yeah, they minors, but when they graduate, though, you know.
But some of them are still young. I was just turning 17 when I graduated. So some of them are still young graduating.
Okay. But there's some of the older.
Let me ask it. Let's go around the table and find out if you date somebody older and how much older, and if you've dated someone younger, how much younger. Let's go. Let's start with you, Greg.
Why would you start with me though? Why would I have to start? Okay.
Let's start with Greg.
Have I dated anyone older? No. The youngest I've dated was, I think, 15 years younger than me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Let's go with you, life coach.
Nah, what you got, Zell? Nah, why we gotta go that way? Why can't we go Zell?
Oh man. Okay.
What you got, Zell?
Okay. I have dated. I dated a woman older than me. Maybe 2-3 years older than me. But I normally found myself dating women that were a few years younger than me. My wife is 4 years younger than me, but I probably the most like the biggest gap maybe have been 5 years. So not too bad. So somewhere in that window.
Okay.
What you got, Marcy?
Yeah, Marcella, what do you have?
What you got, life coach Jeff Relaford?
No. Let's
what I got.
right now. Marcella said she is 80 years old. Go ahead.
Okay, lies. Okay, the youngest I've dated, guy was 10 years younger than I was.
Go ahead on with the
He was extremely mature.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Oldest, but let me tell you like this: the oldest one the one that I've dated, that was older than me. The oldest was 10 years. Normally, when I date, there are a lot of times they're like 5.
You said 10.
He was 10 years older than I was.
He was almost dead then, right?
No, he wasn't. And but the one 10 years younger was actually more mature than the one 10 years older. So normally I kind of stick in around about 5 to 7 years. Either close to my age or 5 to 7 years, maybe older. That was the only one that I dated that I recall that was younger than me.
And now we got to hear the debauchery from the life coach. What's up?
Oh no! Wait a minute. Where's my Bible? My blessed dog.
Well. The youngest I went was about 4 years younger than me. Okay. 4 years younger than me. But the old,
you got to say it like that. Old.
Okay,
But she was like, Mumra.
20. This man said Mamra. Okay. That was good, Zell. That was good, Mambra.
You ain't said nothing yet, though. Like, Coach, you putting it on.
I'm about to say it, though. I'm about to say it.
He didn't say no.
She was 28 years older than me.
Damn.
Wow. How old were you?
Wow.
How old were you then?
When I met her, I was 19.
Did you get her insurance policy?
Dang.
No. But we stayed together for 10 years.
Wow.
And we were married for 3 of those years.
I like those sound effects up there.
Let me get my calculator.
28?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. Stayed together for 10 years.
Let me get my calculator because
that's a big gap.
Yeah.
We got to calculate this out because you're 19. She's 28 years older than you. So she was
47.
in her almost. She what?
47. Wasn't she about like 47?
Yeah, she was 48 when I met her.
All right, 48 when she met her. You stayed with her 10 years. She was almost 60.
Yeah.
Dang, that's old, Greg. Isn't that no, you older than that. I'm sorry.
Hey, Lyco Jeff.
What's up?
Lyco Jeff.
What's up?
Give me
Don't
Jeff,
hit me.
bro. Jeff, bro.
Just mad.
Yeah. But let me ask you this, Jeff, if I could. So because of that gap, was there a disconnect with things that you related to and things that she related to? Because 28 years, she grew up in a different time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I know.
And
you grew up in a different time.
Yeah.
And,
so
and the different groups
there
of
had to
friends.
have been a disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
It was a disconnect when we were together. There wasn't a disconnect. Let me be clear on that, because when two people get together, it's because they have common interests. You know what I mean? It's not like we were sitting at home and she was always making Love Boat references, and I'm sitting up here talking about the Rugrats. Because that's what people think, yo. That's what people think.
Rugrats and Love Boat.
He was doing all of the old people stuff.
Yeah, you know, that's not what was happening. So it was two people who truly had common interests in areas. You know what I mean? So I got to clear that up.
All right.
But with the gap played and occurred when we would go out and she would be interacting with my people.
Okay, now let's talk about
that's
that.
When the gap. That's when it was
that. How did that make you feel, though? You going out? This lady's 28 years older than you. You got this. Clearly, people can see that she's another bag. Okay.
The catch with that was, though, she did not look her age. So she looked like she was about 30 something.
To you.
No, not to me. To other people, I wouldn't say that unless we went out. I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't gonna lie. I got many compliments on her when we went out, because when she told her age, people thought that she wasn't her age, and when I told my age, they thought I was older than what I said I was.
Did she have children? Did she have children, and how did they feel?
No.
She didn't have
her daughter was 2 years. Her youngest daughter was 2 years older than me. Her oldest daughter was like 8 years older than me.
Wow, Daddy.
Hey, let's wrap this one up, y'all. Let's wrap this one up. Look, there's a few comments here. Ella says in her younger years, she was it was 12 years, but now 4 years younger, up to still breathing with blood.
You better go there. What?
Byron says love is too complicated. Love is much easier to manage. Angie says that always date at least 7 years older, so the maturity level is closer.
Yeah,
yep.
Byron also says find one in a wheelchair and roll them right into the afterlife.
Roll them right in. Huh?
Cool for the night, not forever, is what Ella says. Okay. Tracy says I was always attracted to older men. My husband is 6 years older than me and loving it. And she's been married for quite a while. All right.
Close relationship.
Byron says Jeff could wash her, but he couldn't iron her.
This is bad.
I told you about that leather bag syndrome, dude, but it's okay. If you like it, bro, we love it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
thanks for sharing, though.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm very open about my life when it comes to that. Because when I blow up, I don't want nobody pulling out the closet and saying, "Nah, you heard it here."
So I was already out there. And I'm like that. I like that. Yeah.
We got some seasoned people on here. Okay, so let me ask a seasoned question. What is your top relationship tip for building sustained commitment and measurability, improving the health of the bond? what can you do, or what's a tip for our viewers to maintain a healthy, a stable relationship and sustain that commitment? All you married guys on here.
Oh, I am the seasoned one. I'm tired. You the baby.
Let's go.
Communication. Communication is key. Just being able to have open dialogue and openness with your partner, being able to share, things about your day, your likes, your dislikes, just to be on one accord, that's important, just to have that communication. That's key. That's key with anything. And also understanding that you don't always have to be right. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Like, sometimes you have to just say, take one for the team and be like, all right, let me, let me just not always have to be right. Let her be right, or let him be right, or whatever that looks like. So not always having to be right, communication. And the other thing is, meeting in the middle, just compromise. Compromise is key as well. So
yeah, like you said, and I agree totally with that, because if you're nobody wants to fight. You don't really want to get you didn't get into a relationship or a marriage to fight all the time. All right. Somebody has to give in. Somebody has to be the bigger person. All right. And a lot of people don't understand, especially these younger people. They don't understand that. Okay. Jeff, what about you?
I'm gonna say, with me being with somebody as long as I was with them for, it taught me a lot. You know what I mean? So, you look at the things that you used to do and you say, my big thing was not being open enough, not offering that communication. But that was what two people did. That was what we both did. And then when one started barking, then the other one got rejected. You know what I mean? That's why I do agree that communication is key.
Cool.
But when you kind of look at it, though, the whole dynamic of it is the communication, the understanding, the consistency, all the stuff that we all saying. It's like a big bubble and mesh up of everything together. You know what I mean? We can't cover all those bases because that'd be too long of a show. But it's like literally a mix of everything together when you look at the big picture,
Okay, Marcel, what do you say?
Okay, just like the other two said about communication and consistency, being open to actually listening to comprehend versus listening to respond, being accepting the other person for who they truly are versus trying to change someone to mold them into who you want them to be, and total respect.
Okay, so I think, and all of those are very good, but you know what? I think one good way to keep the flow is to find something that you have in common, that you can do together. So that way you can take like one day out of a week, 2 days out of a week, and sit down and do this together, or go out and do it together. One thing that I used to do when I was married, I would come home, and my wife and I love music. And so we would compete. We'd have a competition to see whose song at the end of the night was the better one. All right. So we go through about 20, 30 songs. We sit down. She'd sit down on one end of the couch. I'd sit down on the couch. We have our laptops out and we go through songs. She's like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I remember that one. But try this one. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, that was a good one too. And we did that, man. And it kind of drew us closer together. I ain't with her now, but I think I played the wrong song. That's probably why we ain't together.
But
Chris Lane says, what's up, yeah?
What's going on? What up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
But Greg, having something in common is good, but also having your own interest also outside of the relationship, because you don't want someone that's always so clingy, whereas they want to. I was in a relationship and I had outside things and we had things in common, but it got to the point every time I looked, he was right there. And I'm like,
okay, and that can be a bit
annoying.
What if when you're doing that, see, then you got the other person in the relationship where you're going out and you're doing what you want to do, your thing, you call it, okay? And that person's like, well, you're going a little bit too long, or what is, why are you always doing this and this? And the insecurity, you know what I mean? The insecure person. That's not a relationship as well. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think it takes a good balance, though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Because
saying. Not necessarily
yeah.
you're going out. It could be just a hobby or something like, say,
Yeah.
maybe I like to go swimming.
Mhm.
And he likes to play pool. And he likes to play pool. You know, something simple like, you know, that.
Yeah.
As simple as that. So I'm gonna go swimming or whatever, and you're gonna go play pool, and you know.
And this, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, no, that's all I'm saying. Just and like how Jeff said, within balance, not going out like you had going out to cheat or be with people, you know, the opposite sex, but you know, just have some different interest.
You got to give them the right signals too. Okay. Tracy says communication is so important. Keep family and friends out your business. Prayer as well.
Amen.
Definitely.
Jeff says Jeff's age difference was a situation of basic math. His age went into her age more than her age would go into her age.
You know what? You know what, Byron?
The vision.
No, I'm trying not to get the vision.
Oh, Byron.
Angie says 3 C's. Angie, what's the third C? Communication, consistency, and what? Crackers? I mean, what? The third C.
Compassion.
What? I don't know.
I like compassion. I like how that sounds.
I'm glad you didn't come up with something, Greg.
No, I had something else. Okay.
Look, we'd all be putting our heads down. Like,
I'm not gonna make y'all put your heads down until
don't do it.
The third one is compromise. Absolutely.
Okay, compromise. I like that.
It's good too. Yeah.
That's a real good one. We're talking about this is the relationship roundtable. We're talking about questions that we're trying to answer. These are just our answers. We are not professionals at this. We can only tell you the experiences that we've gone through and what we think will work and fit the situation that we're talking about. So if you go and use some of this stuff and it don't work, don't blame DopelivenTV. All right.
That's right. Please don't.
Just blame Greg.
Don't blame me. Blame Jeff. He's the life coach.
Hold on now. Let me say my disclaimer. I do not guarantee results, people, because the results are based on what you put, the work that you put into. So I don't guarantee results. Let me make that disclaimer. Now we can
put it out. Anybody else got disclaimers they want to put out there?
The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates.
Look at her, boy.
What she said.
Yes, what she said.
She been studying, and I was at the wrong way.
Yeah, you get.
I thought I had it too, man. Wow. Yeah, thought I had. That's okay. So you're in a relationship, all right? Relationship doesn't work out. You split. I mean, you completely split, but you're hurt. You're hurt on one side. Both sides are hurt. Okay. What's healing to you? How do you heal?
Where are you starting, Greg?
I'm starting right to my left.
How do you heal?
Yeah.
My go-to is breakup sex.
Let's mask this pain real quick and then get back to the pain.
Breakup sex. You know, just to that's a bad idea. I did do that a lot though.
Bow the head.
I deserve that one, G. I deserve that. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that was on my repertoire of stuff to say.
Aside from breakup sex, which I'm not encouraging, you know, just find out who you are before you jump into another relationship. You know, find out what you like to do, where you like to go. You know, spend some time with yourself. You know, before and don't jump into another relationship.
But
do not, because you carry that baggage into the next relationship.
But Zell, don't they say the best way to get over is to don't put your head down. Don't put your head down. I didn't say it.
I said get under somebody. I just finished the statement. I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with it.
You didn't finish my statement. You didn't finish my statement. That wasn't what I was gonna say.
Oh.
That's all I got. Go ahead, Jeff, Marcy, y'all take it. No, we're not letting old nasty Jeff say nothing no more. We do it here. After that one, I hope that's not the advice.
Can you repeat that question?
He's gonna try to sit under pressure and get on. No,
he asked, what does healing?
Yeah.
What do we think?
Wait a minute, hold on, Jeff. Marcella, you did not ask me to repeat the question again.
I did, because y'all You guys are going way over. Wait a minute, left field somewhere, and I'm like, okay, did I? Wait, what was the question?
All right, hold on, Chef.
Okay,
Let's let Marcy get this. All right, hold on, real quick. All right, so Marcy, you're in a relationship. You break up. You're hurting. Oh, I wish I didn't have him. Oh. Jump, do that better, better. That voice better than that.
Doing
it is.
Oh, I love you. I love you.
Oh no, please come back. No, I don't want you here like you used to be. No, please, just make me feel good. Marcella, how do you heal?
I like what part of what Zell said. The part whereas look to see what part you played in the breakup, number one. Find yourself, heal from within, without trying to go back or be with that person or rushing into another relationship. Go into your prayer closet, taking it to God, not your friends, not your family, because a lot of times when that happens, you run into your best friend, you run into your family members, and they're ready to fight the other person. And then you might call, like, hey, we back together. Look at my boo. Wait a minute. And then all the people you've told what happened, they still pissed and ready to fight that person. So keeping it, within yourself, taking it to your prayer closet, pray on it, take it to God, and again, see what it is, what part you played in that breakup. Was there something? There is something that you did, because it takes two.
You got to go in the closet though.
We call it the prayer closet. Pray, just pray.
Oh, my bad.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
If I go in the closet, I'm taking some crapiola pudding with me. All right.
Crapiola.
What's up, Ludine? She says, hi, I need to know. That is the Queen, Ludine. Yes. Love this woman, man. Love this woman. Let's get to another question. Let's see. Let's go down here. Let me see. Man, I got so many questions. Great questions. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. One question here. Tell me one way in which others may sabotage their own relationships by not knowing themselves well enough.
Being afraid of happiness. Because you haven't really, because somebody who hasn't experienced, let's say you've been in a relationship where you haven't really seen, I hate to say this, but people always say, I gotta be loved properly.
What is properly?
What is properly? I'm just saying everybody has their own version or definition of what properly is. But nobody knows how it feels to be loved in the way that they want to be loved. They haven't found that person. So you know what I mean? I think people self-sabotage because once they see something that looks good, they like, this is too good. I've never had anything to just line up. Maybe you can fuss like once or twice and not have an argument. It's just crazy how people just find peace in solemn and they want to shake something up because it's too peaceful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Self-sabotage. I like that.
Okay, but I don't think you, to me, actually explained how they self-sabotage. I would say by being very critical of your significant other, because of you still living in the past, and this is a whole different person, and you're constantly criticizing this person because of some of the things maybe from someone else that you want them to maybe be like, not trying to be present as far as doing things with the new person because you're so busy thinking, oh, he or she's going to abandon me. They're going to hurt me. So like you said, when someone's trying to love you, you're not accepting that love because, or even just having a set thing in mind of how this person should go about trying to love you. But this person might have a whole different way of being able to love you, which is even better and beyond your imagination, but you're not accepting.
But what you're saying is absolutely true because you can block your blessings that way, right? You're living in the past. I understand. And this can coincide with the other question we asked about the time, for healing. All right. because
Yeah.
I think you've healed when you feel like you're ready. Okay. And let me read some of these first before I make my comment, and so makes his. Byron says, of course, healing is easy if the other person is no longer breathing. Yeah, I think
not necessarily.
That's great. Dean says keeping it 100 with yourself and keeping it moving. Kurt says prayer is the key and the answer.
Come on.
Again, she says not knowing what true love looks like. I'm in love with me first. That's healthy love. Ella Taylor says when you're jealous of your partner, and again,
exactly.
Going back to what Marcy had said and that other question. And it's not just women. Men always blame women when they've been hurt in a previous relationship, and she can't let that go, and she brings it into this new situation. Men do the same thing. We do the same
all the time.
You know, we look at there's a moment where the man, and I'm speaking about the woman doing it to the man now. The woman she has this Rolodex of everything bad that happened to her. And then man, great guy. This great guy's come up to her and he wants to be with her. He wants to do everything the right way, got marriage in mind and everything. And he may do one thing that mimics something that guy did in the past. Now it's all messed up. He's look, he's the worst thing on earth. Okay, man. And then she even says, so-and-so used to do that. Okay. And I don't like that.
Exactly.
I'm not him. I'm him. I'm not him. I'm him. This guy. All right.
Yep.
Women and men need to let that go. Okay. That's a part of healing. Okay. Let it go. It's done. You got a new opportunity that's right here. That's what opportunity's about. All right. The worst that can happen is it doesn't work out. Okay. So I mean, and you can keep going, but allow this woman to have an opportunity to show you who they really are, you know?
Yeah. I agree.
Sarah, what you say?
I concur with what everyone has already said. I think two ways that we can self-sabotage relationships is one, bringing old baggage into the new relationship from the old relationships. We haven't unpacked that old baggage and dealt with those issues. And then secondly, comparing this current relationship either to past relationships or unrealistic expectations of imaginary online relationships. So you're looking at, people on TikTok or Instagram, Facebook or Twitter or what have you, and you're like, why we not living like that? Because that ain't real. Because they not really living like that.
Right.
Or that's them. This is us. We can't do what they do. This is our relationship. We can't compare our relationship to an unrealistic expectation of something that may or may not even be real. If I could, you talk about self-sabotaging. VH1 still has the Surreal Life on there. And my Hulu popped it up for me. I'm like, Surreal Life? And Dennis Rodman is on there.
Get right? Out.
Oh, yeah, that's a real life celebrity edition.
Yeah. So Dennis Rodman he's the epitome of self-sabotaging relationships, and you can see why. He has so much past hurt, issues from the past that he's dragging into the new relationships with these people. And even though they're not dating, it's still a relationship. Like the four of us, we have a relationship, right? So he's bringing past hurt into the relationships with the people that he's living in a house with, and he's dealing with it with drinking. And that's not helping. That's making it even worse.
Definitely.
So if you guys get a chance, there's only 3 episodes on there so far, but the 3 episodes, you're like, wow, like he's self-sabotaged. So you can really see it. So although we're talking about it, you can see it without being hurt because it's a relationship you're in, or hearing a girlfriend or your homie or whatever telling you, let me tell you what happened in my relationship. You can watch this and look at it and you're like, Dennis needs help. Like he legitimately needs help. You watch it and you're like, he's unraveling, and it's sad to watch. And they keep trying to give him advice and suggestions and like, man, maybe you should seek therapy. Like, I don't need no therapy. No, you do.
You need something, bro.
You need to make sure that Dennis Rodman never cries on TV, because that's the ugliest.
He's crying. He cries on every episode.
That's an ugly cry, bro.
Oh man.
That is
but you know what? I think what they should do is they should bring a therapist on the show to help.
They should bring a Ghana on that thing.
I think, oh man, you know what? I don't know. You know, I like Ayana except for the episode she did with DMX.
Hey man, that was that DMX episode, man.
I was out of control.
Yeah. It was a lot going on. They should have shut that down in the middle of it.
But she doesn't do it anymore. She on television at least. She quit. She stopped doing it because I forgot what she said she stopped doing it for. But because she was just fed up because she wasn't getting the right responses and all of that stuff. You know, Jeff.
Because it was real.
She's a life coach, Jeff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I believe you more than I believe her. You know, sometimes I'm just saying, you know,
it was like to me, reality TV.
Want to come on and talk about it, we'll welcome. Yeah. But I'm just, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. So when you get married, you're supposed to be married for life. All right. Mm-hmm. You've had this show, this big wedding. All of your friends came along. Larry Graham sang, "Darling, oh, when we get married." You know, he came there, and everybody was doing all of the good wedding songs. People, y'all did a little dancing, choreography. Anyway, happiness is what you got married. You know, hold on. Ladine said, "Why are we criticizing healing?"
I would like to know in what way were we criticizing it.
Speak on it, Ladine. But my question is, so stuff goes wrong in a relationship. Now it's time. It's so much that it's overwhelming, you know. But you're sticking with it. But when is enough? When is it time to go?
When you're miserable. Is that what you're talking about?
Do you stick it out? Yeah. When you're in a marriage, you're in a happy marriage. You're supposed to be married for life. But nothing's going right. Everything's going wrong. Your finances are getting mad. He's starting to drink. She's starting to stay out with her friends. Okay, nobody's cheating or anything, but it's just getting bad, and it's getting terrible. At what point do you say either we're going to work this out or it's time to go?
I wish I want somebody to come up to me and tell me because I got a divorce, I'm not supposed to be blessed with even more than what I had before. I want somebody to tell me that, because the thing is, when you've seen the self-sabotage, you know what I mean? When you've seen and heard the names that you're being called, narcissistic, all this other stuff, and you know that's not you. When you being backed into a corner to do things that you know another person is completely capable of.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I mean? Completely capable of, but they won't do it, and they want you to do everything. And when you get fed up and you leave, I do not like when people criticize that, because that is not their relationship. When I got my divorce, people, this is why I want to say it, because when I got my divorce, I got more, and I'm building more than what I had before.
Well, does that say anything bad about her?
That doesn't say anything bad about her, because she had her own issues. Okay. I ain't even gonna talk about her issues, because her issues were her issues. All I can do is, like we talked about before, trying to grow and be better, because like I said, my faults were me not speaking up. You know what I mean? And when I tried to speak up to say, you know, we need to speak up to heal so we can actually work on us, it was only one-sided. So I'll never say nothing bad about my ex-wife, because that's her issues and her problems. So I'm never going to speak on that. But all I can do is speak on me. But I will say this. When I got my divorce, I have a lot more. And I'm way more fulfilled than what I was before my past.
It happens like that, though.
You know?
That's crazy. You know, you're doing so much. It's as if that she's groomed you. Even though she made you mad, but she's groomed you to be this fantastic person, and now someone will benefit from it.
Yeah,
that's going to benefit from it.
And that goes both ways. I would say if physical abuse starts, that would be my number one. If physical abuse is there, if you've tried pretty much everything, you know, like maybe counseling, maybe talking to each other, really trying to get to the nitty gritty of what really is going on, what is the root cause of not being able to get along. But then that goes back to a lot of the things we're talking about, listening to comprehend, communicating. But a lot of times when you're hurt, you're mad, you're saying things that you truly don't mean. You're self-sabotaging, like Jeff just said. And sometimes it just get to the point where it's just enough is enough. And then something that we're looking at now in this age, when people are talking about getting married, and like some family or friends might say something to the effect, well, are you sure? Are you really sure? And I've actually heard people say, but you can always get a divorce if it doesn't work out. So,
But nobody has the will to stick it out no more, though, man. The slightest little things make break up. And it's those older marriages, man. My mom and dad, before my father died, they were married 61 years. All right. Look, I've seen the arguments, I've seen this and that, okay, but they were married 61 years. All right. And would have, if he had still been alive, it would have been close to 70 now. All right. So, I mean, there's no stick-to-itiveness anymore. Ludine says, I don't have enough time here. Are we praying for healing in a relationship, then putting in work, all right? Ludine, you got to come on here one day when we're doing this relationship roundtable, sit in with us at the beginning so we can have time. This is one subject that I know Ludine, she speaks on very eloquently, okay? I love it, okay? Do your thing.
Okay, at this time, we're going to just go ahead and redirect, regroup, and refocus, and hear a few words from our life coach, Jeff Rutherford.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Real quick for the 1 minute thought. What I want to challenge everybody to do is this. I did a podcast episode titled Respect Your Spouse. Help your spouse. Be there for your spouse. I say that because all the stuff that we talking about today, and we saying it takes two people to speak on the fact of healing. Okay, I'm very y'all know I'm very candid about my marriage. I tell y'all about different things that go on. And what I love about my wife is the fact that I'm starting to embrace more of her openness, because that's not what I had in my past. You know what I mean? Openness doesn't always have to mean the end, but openness means growth and a way towards better. So I want to let y'all know that too, for the people watching. Openness does not always mean a target on your back. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that they messed up. What it means is that if your partner is being open with you and you support them on their growth, you should be there every step of the way for them. You're supposed to be there, because aside from God, you are that extra crutch for them to lean on. So what I want to challenge people to do is to, if you're married, support your spouse. If you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, hear them. If you want to take something to the next level, hear them. Because I had to be there for my wife at 2:00 in the morning. Today, 2:00 in the morning. And the thing is, it takes. Oh, I'm done. You cut me off like the Grammys?
It slipped, man.
It's cool. It's cool. I had to say it. But that's the thing. You know what I mean? It takes that time. It takes that commitment. It takes you wanting to be there to help cater to that person, male or female. And ladies, just because you see your man have an emotion, that doesn't mean that you have to not be there for that man. He has feelings too. Same men with the women. These women have feelings too. Take time to understand each other, to want to learn each other, so that we can come together and build a better relationship and a better marriage.
Y'all know what it is. That's the life coach, Jeff Rutherford. He has a podcast on Tuesdays, ebook. He got another show coming out too, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all better check him out. Yeah, he trader. Anyway,
how you do me? See how you do me? We still affiliated.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, before we get out of here, man, Steven Speaks. We used to put him on here a lot. All right. I think this is one that really needs to be played again. You'll never be good enough for the wrong person. Y'all check this out.
You will never be good enough for the wrong person. So you need to just walk away. Listen, I deal with so many situations. I talk to so many people where they're trying so hard to make this individual love them. They're trying so hard to make this relationship work. And the reality is that you don't belong in that relationship. You're dealing with the wrong person. This is an individual that you don't have a connection with. And love is not truly the driving force in this relationship. And so your efforts aren't going to get you anywhere other than leading you to more damage, disappointment, and headache. You have to understand when you are trying to make it work with someone who is not trying to work with you, someone who doesn't belong in your life, neither do you belong in theirs. There's nothing wrong with that. It happens. I don't want you to beat yourself up, and I don't want you to hold on to that relationship because you've already invested so much time and energy into it. You've got to just be honest with yourself and realize nothing is going to make this better because they're simply the wrong person. And their unwillingness to embrace your efforts and to embrace the value that you're bringing to the table isn't because you don't possess that value. It's because they are not equipped to see it. They are not equipped to nurture and embrace it. That's not their role in your life because they don't belong in your life. So no more fighting, no more trying so hard, no more beating yourself up over why this isn't working. No, just accept and understand that when it's the wrong person, you will never be good enough. And that's okay. So walk away so that you can be received by the person who is truly best for you.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Hey, Francis says marriage is sacred. God ordained marriage and people repeat vows but don't understand them. You must know God. When a third person enters a relationship, it ends. Ludine says, I know couples, outside kids, depression, bankruptcy, still married, stronger after sometimes abuse. However, she says, I'm still single. Ella said exactly what I did in all of her marriages, all 17 of them.
You know what? Both. Too.
Byron says, some relationships are like a cat making love to a skunk. The cat likes what it's doing, but eventually it gets all that it can stand.
Translate that.
I was looking for that.
You try. You don't want to speak languages. I don't.
I was looking for
that.
I'm just saying. You know, do we have time for one more, or do we? Go ahead.
I just want to speak to Francis real quick. You know, because with her, she says marriage is sacred, God ordained marriage, and people repeat vows but don't understand it, and they must know God. But I will say this though, you know, with speaking on that, the Bible also says that a husband is supposed to love his wife like Christ loved the church. When we follow those types of principles, that means you must be willing to die for your wife. So the thing is, there are a lot of people out here who are not willing to die for their spouse. You know what I mean? And it's even Christian folk who get together who ain't willing. I don't care if you stay with them 30, 40, 50 years. Do that mean you willing to die for them? That's why we leave that to the heart of the person. You know what I mean? And I know it's some people. I talked to a man who was at my boy's mom's funeral. I sat and talked to this guy for 45 minutes. He had been married to this woman for 30 years and miserable. Talking to me, asking, he was like, well, brother, what should I do? Should I leave? I said, I never tell nobody to leave who they with. I will say you make the best decision for you. You know what I mean? I said, you make the best decision for you. If you are not happy, if you miserable, I get it, man, but you have to do what's going to help you out at the end of the day.
Yeah. Shout out to Queen Shanta Gibson.
Yeah. Shanta.
What's up, Shanta? She's doing some big things. I've been following.
Oh, yeah.
Sure is. Most definitely doing some big things. We love you, Shanta. Yeah, Jeff, that's something else, man. Hey, let me ask you, though, real quick. When you say, are you willing to die for your mate? You mean really die for him?
No, like this is the only woman I've been with that I know that I take a bullet for her.
Really die?
This is literally the only really die. This is the only woman that I know that I would like strictly. When we start talking about the principles, that feeling that you have where you want to protect somebody, you truly don't want nothing to happen to them. This is the only woman I've been with that I know and I can say with confidence that if something was wrong with her, I would want her to go ahead and be taken care of, and I'm okay with me.
Would
honestly
you literally take a bullet? Literally take a bullet?
I would.
You literally die for her?
If somebody was to come in this house right now with a gun or a weapon or whatever, I'm making sure she good. I'm making sure she good.
What about you, Zell? Would you die for yours?
I would, man. I love my wife like I love myself. So
that's it.
I love that.
I do. I love her like
that's
I
what
love
it is,
me.
Zell.
So she's an extension of me.
Yeah.
So if I have to meet harm to keep her safe, I would do that because I love her so much. And if I could touch on the previous question real quick, I think a relationship is over when you're not doing the work. So everything that we discussed earlier about compromise, about communication, about all these things, when you're not doing those things and you no longer want to do those things, you're no longer willing to put in the work, then it's time to walk away. I've never been divorced. I'll be celebrating my 10th wedding anniversary on 11/11, which will be Friday, which is the day Black Panther comes out. So, I talked her into it. She said she's willing to go see it. So we're going to have dinner and a movie that day as well. We're just going to spend some time together. Just she and I, just to talk, just have some, we got small kids and kids love to be there all the time, but sometimes you need some grown folk time just to thank you so much. Sometimes you just need some grown folk time, and we're going to spend some time, just she and I, we're going to just spend the entire day together and just, be, so that I can, we can connect again. And because sometimes life has you disconnected, with everything from phones to bills to jobs to kids. Sometimes you're busy being a parent and you forget about being a wife, or you forget about being a husband. And you're so busy chasing money and chasing things and doing things, and the world is always swirling around you, that you just need to calm down, take a minute, and just be present with that person that you're with.
Jeff, when we get out of here, let's roll around the room. Go ahead.
Hey, I love what my man said. That's exactly what I was trying to say and trying to put it, but you just completely.
And I was trying to get you to say that.
I know, bro, but it just went in my head at the time.
He said yes, Greg. I know he did, but I was trying to get him to make that point.
Yeah, I understand where he was going. But yes, men love your women, women love your men, and show mutual respect. And all I want is, if I just want a sandwich to be made, I just want one. I just want one. Just go in there and make me a sandwich one time.
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead,
Marcel.
Okay, I'm gonna go off subject today. Tomorrow, last date to vote. People, if you have not voted yet, please get out there and vote. Your vote counts. Your vote matters. This world is changing. If you don't vote, things might not be able to, we might not be living in the same type of world that we are now.
Get out there and handle it.
Please get out there and vote.
Let's go. Zell.
Real quick, I think what we're missing in this world today is more love, more compassion for each other, more empathy for each other. So let's love each other. Let's empathize with each other's situation, and let's be more compassionate towards one another.
Absolutely. And, the only thing I got to say is, you can't love anyone, as Dean said, you can't love anyone properly unless you love yourself or learn to love yourself properly. You can't give love if you don't know how to accept it either. All right. So just take stock in yourself, vet yourself sometimes, and find out exactly what it is or who you are, so that you can be the best you to someone else. It's rough out there, y'all. It's rough. Okay. But if you're happy with yourself, then you can make someone else happy. Be there for somebody too. Be the man that you're supposed to be the woman that you're supposed to be, and make it a consistent effort to do so. Consistent effort. Yeah, man. It's after the respect.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that was me. It's after the respect. I want the sandwich.
Why do you always not have? It's the Facebook user.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to fix it.
That's like the unknown comic, man, with the paper bag over his head. Dude, come on, man.
I'm gonna start being the unknown comment guy.
Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Distinguished Authors Guild. 2 days, y'all. Let's go.
Yes.
We're gonna check it out. We're gonna support. It's all good. Okay. This is Dope Living TV Live. I don't know if we're gonna make it tomorrow. I would love to do another show tomorrow. Okay. But it's around the time of my flight, so it's gonna be real sticky. But I will be in Las Vegas. But I'll see you guys real soon. And hey, look, we'll talk afterwards. Okay. This is Dope Living TV Live. We will see you guys as soon as we see you. All right.
Peace out.